What does Kyrsten Sinema's transition from Democrat to Independent mean for the Senate? Washington, on Friday, Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema announced that she would be leaving the Democratic Party and registering as an independent, which put a damper on the Democrats' celebration of their new 51-49 majority in the Senate. On the one hand, it would appear that not much of anything will change. She stated to Politico that she will not caucus with Republicans, and she stated to CNN that she will maintain her positions on the committees. She stated this to the Arizona Republic, which is a part of the USA Today network. "Becoming an independent won't impact my job in the Senate," she explained. During an interview with CNN, Sinema refused to comment on whether or not she would follow the example set by independent Senators Angus King of Maine and Bernie Sanders of Vermont by joining the Democratic caucus. But by preserving her committee assignments, she signaled that her party flip to independent won't shift the balance of power too much other than giving herself and the swing Democrat Joe Manchin of West Virginia more political power. On the other hand, it causes chaos in Washington and undermines the freshly won outright majority that the Democrats have in the Senate. What this signifies in light of Sinema's decision. Since she was first elected to the Senate in 2019, Sinema has been serving as an independent Democrat. Her decision to switch parties just makes official what has been an ongoing characteristic of her tenure there. For instance, she voted with the Republicans on taxes, but she voted with the Democrats on issues such as LGBTQ rights, gun control, infrastructure, the impeachment of Trump, efforts to combat COVID and inflation, and other issues. She chaired the passage of her Bipartisan Respect for Marriage Act in the House and its advancement to President Joe Biden's desk a day before she made the announcement that she had switched her party affiliation to independent. Her announcement came one day after she cheered the passage of her bill. "We're one step closer to our Bipartisan Respect for Marriage Act securing into law marriage and religious protections for all Americans," she said in a statement on Thursday. "I look forward to seeing it signed into law by the President to bring certainty and peace of mind to countless loving marriages," she added. "We're one step closer to our Bipartisan Respect for Marriage Act securing into law marriage and religious protections for all Americans." In addition, her statement mentioned how in 2006, when Sinema was serving as a state legislator, she spearheaded the drive to defeat Proposition 107, which if passed would have prohibited same-sex marriages in the state of Arizona. Sinema began her career in politics with the Arizona Green Party and has been a progressive voter for the majority of her career. However, she just announced that she will run for office as an independent. The 2024 election question. Representative Ruben Gallego, a Democrat from Arizona, was one of her potential primary opponents before she switched her party affiliation to independent. Gallego told MSNBC 1 month ago that Sinema did nothing to help Democratic candidates in midterm elections. Sinema faced a potential primary challenge from him before she made the switch. According to the Arizona Republic, at an earlier point in the election cycle, he was attempting to raise money off of the idea of running against her. Some of Sinema's detractors interpreted her announcement on Friday as a sign that she will not run for re-election. The Political Action Committee known as Primary Sinema published a critical statement, saying the following. "Today, Kyrsten Sinema confirmed what many of us have suspected for years, namely that she is not a Democrat and that she is only looking out for herself. Because Arizonans deserve a senator who cares about them, rather than special interests, we have spent the past year creating the groundwork to defeat Kyrsten Sinema. This is because Arizonans deserve a senator who cares about them." By withdrawing from a Democratic primary election in which she was sure she would come in last, Sinema has, in a sense, made our work simpler. Now, we will defeat her in the general election by running a genuine Democrat. During the time that Vice President Joe Biden was in office, Senator Kyrsten Sinema drew the ire of some of her fellow Democrats due to the fact that her moderate stances slowed down or prevented the implementation of his program. This included her refusal to end the filibuster. She refused to confirm or deny rumors that she would seek re-election to either CNN or Politico. What does this mean for the majority in the Senate? The last time a U.S. senator switched parties was in April 2009, when the late Sen. Arlen Specter of Pennsylvania switched from Republican to Democrat, claiming the GOP had moved too far to the right. Specter lost in the 2010 Democratic primary. Sinema's switch marks the first time a senator in the United States has switched parties since then. This development comes only a few days after the jubilant Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of the Democratic Party declared that his party's newly gained 51-49 majority in the Senate will make it a lot quicker, swifter, and easier to get things done in the upper chamber.